Right, happy Monday. It is August 13th and we are halfway through the month with halfway to go. I can't believe how fast August is flying by. So I'm going to keep it short and sweet because I have a lot of announcements today. So the big sweat. So I know some of you might have already seen it, but there is a Glow Big Sweat group, I believe, 8/18. So August 18th, which is next Saturday at 8:18 in the morning. They're trying to see how many people we can get sweating all at the same time. So if you are normally an afternoon workout person, or maybe you like to sleep in on the weekends, set your clock so that you are up, ready to go, energized for the big sweat. So, and now our launches. Let's talk launches real quick. We all have heard about Shanti's new program, Transform 20, that's coming out at the beginning of next year. Well, we all saw how much being in the Shift Shop test group changed Danielle's business and saw her get awesome results. So now it is our turn to take that chance and be in a test group. They are opening up 140 spots to people to participate in the test group, and it's all based upon how well you do helping others this month. So extra incentive to help others so that you can be in the Transform 20 test group. That is a great way to grow your business and to really be part of something exciting that's coming out in the company. On sale this month, the 2B Mindset certification that launches in September is on sale for $99. So get that while it's on sale, because once it bumps up to regular price, I believe it's $199. So a great way to really get dialed in on nutrition. I mean, you can't outwork a bad diet. So learning that nutrition aspect is key, especially tapping into that area of business for people who aren't ready for their fitness journey yet. Mes Damas and Lift 4 are both still on sale. They extended that promotion through the end of the month as well, I believe through September 3rd. So make sure you're capitalizing on that, getting people plugged in and joining in. I mean, it's never too late to start a new program. I think there are a lot of different people in our hub and on this team that are at different points in Lift 4. So bring in new people. It's never too late to get them started. And last but not least, beach bars, 10% off if you get a 1, 2, or 3 box bundle through September 3rd. So there are so many promotions going on in terms of 2B Mindset, Mes Damas, Lift 4, beach bar. There is really something for everyone right now. So there's really no reason to not be helping other people and even upping what they're ordering by getting the beach bars on sale. So use that to your advantage and go for it. Have a great day.
Thank you, Bree. You're the best. Somebody's unmuted. Okay, so before we start this call, y'all love me. You know when I bring some surprises. Everybody is going to stand up. Stand up. Come on, stand up. Get up. Steph's in her car, so she can't stand up. But you can hear me. I feel like, get up, Liz. I see you. Get up. Come on, Monday dance party. I know you feel it. I know you feel it. Stephanie, I know you know the words. All right. Just making sure you're awake. Sometimes you should have seen Steph and Bree in Indianapolis singing the Spice Girls. So don't even try to sit there like you don't know what I'm talking about, okay? I just thought I'd kick off the call because you guys know Mondays can be hard sometimes. I don't know if anybody else had a rough Monday, but it was a little rough. I got home about 30 minutes ago. So we're going to change that, and I hope that kind of got your blood flowing for tonight because I'm really excited. This is the topic that I think is really important, and so I hope you guys get something out of it first and foremost. But I did want to do some recognition real quick before we start the call. Limited mobility, Claire, sorry. Hope your ankle's feeling better. So we got to cheer on Allie Lloyd. She is 2 people away from earning her free ticket to Summit, which I know she's so excited about going to Indy. If y'all haven't gotten your Summit ticket, it's still on sale this month. Do it, commit, be there. And I wanted to shout out Liz because I'm super proud of her for getting back in the saddle today and being here and still showing up. And we're so happy to see your face, my friend. And shoot, what did I write? Okay, put on your calendars, guys, if you don't have it yet. Super Saturday is going to be here before you know it. So October 20th and 21st, it might be the 19th for you if you have a Friday Super Saturday. I will share the link in the team page, but I wanted to get that on your calendar ahead of time because that's a great event for y'all to bring challengers, for you to bring coaches, for you to bring people that might be interested in what you're doing and let them see this is a real thing. And, oh, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, I froze for a second. It's a great way for you guys to see the Beachbody community because we sit behind our screens so often. Events like this are quarterly, and find your nearest one or use it as an excuse to take a road trip. I know Katie's goal is to come to Atlanta right now. So y'all are totally invited to come down. Liz and I would love to have you. And I just love Super Saturdays. Liz and I actually planned the event in Atlanta, so it's a big deal, and y'all should take it seriously if you're serious about helping other people. Okay? Okay. So tonight I wanted to talk about, I don't even know where Danielle is. Call her out, Nina. Message that girl. But I wanted to talk about the message that we share, right? Because we know that posting and being consistent and showing up is part of our job as a coach. But sometimes you get in this like stage where you're like, I don't know what to post. I don't know what to say. Or maybe I'm in a funk, or maybe I don't know. I'm just kind of like floating out here. Maybe I'm a newer coach and I'm like, what do I say? What do I post? When do I post? So I thought it would be good to get back to basics and share with you guys my mindset when it comes to posting. Now, there's other girls on here that may do something totally different than me. So take it with a grain of salt, and y'all can jump in at any point and ask questions, share something that's working for you. But I wanted to kind of go through 4 main things that I do when it comes to the message that I have as a goal for our team to continue to get better at, but also what you share is what you attract, right? And so it's so important for us to kind of self-evaluate. And so this isn't just going to be like a training call. This is going to be an interactive call. That's why I started off with Spice Girls. So y'all can't just sit there and like, listen, but I do want you to take out a notebook, take some notes. Hopefully this speaks to you. And if you guys can't tell, I'm like a little fired up here, okay? I just had to get done doing dimensions and wall tags, so this is way more excited. Okay, so I like to always talk about the pendulum, right? We all know what a pendulum is. It's this thing that swings back and forth. I don't know if you've ever been to like a museum or something and you see the big, huge one. I know in Philly they have the big one at Franklin Institute, where you push it and it's really hard to start it at first, but you get it moving and grooving and it's easier to push as you go. That is literally what sharing your message is like. It's the same thing with Facebook Lives. I know we were talking about it last night with Megan and Nina and Katie. We were like, oh, I hate doing lives. And I'm like, yeah, but once you start doing it, it's not so bad. And it becomes more natural, just like riding your bike. So think of the message that you portray every day. It's going to get easier. Your story's going to come out more naturally. And everybody on this team brings something different and their spin onto what they do. And that's the coolest thing about Beachbody. I get questions all the time. Like actually a girl this weekend, she was like, what do they make you post? And I was like, well, I was so taken aback because I was like, what do you mean? What do they make me post? And she's like, well, there's like other companies that I won't name that, you can tell they copy paste the post. And I was like, no, Beachbody doesn't tell me what to post. I post what I want to post when I want to post it. That's pretty freaking cool, guys. And she had no idea. So just remember that outside perspective. What we have with posting, it's free. You can do it whenever works for you. And it is your way. Somebody else is logging on, so that's why it popped up. Okay, so where do I get content? Do y'all ever have that thought where you're like, I don't know what to share? So these are the things that I go to get posts. Number 1, my personal development. Every day. Every day you should be reading or listening to something. And that is the thing that I take, like when I first started coaching, and I still do it to this day, I'll take quotes from there. And if you look in any of my books here, see, I have them right here. There's highlights. I can't really see it, but there's highlights all in here. And those are things that I use in my posts to think of stories from my life that I can share and relate to the people that are like me. For example, I was thinking about today, I actually got from somebody else's post, they were talking about how social media is just a place to like show you have this perfect life. And I kind of took myself aback. And I was like, man, maybe I'm portraying that, you know, like how can I improve to be more real? So for me, I had to dig deep in like, okay, why did I post today? What's important to post today? What does somebody else need to hear? And today I needed to just be real and say, I post because number one, it holds me accountable. Number two, I know there's somebody else out there that feels the same way that I do. And number three, you just never know who is going to attract to you, right? And it would be selfish of us to not share how freaking amazing our community is. So, PD, the other thing I like to think of is when in doubt, celebrate something. You know, energy is everything as a coach, guys. Celebrate your challengers. Celebrate somebody on this team. I say it to y'all all the time. When's the last time you recognize somebody on this team on your page? You know? And your challengers too. Because if you want a bigger community and you want to build a team, guess what? You got to show that team, even if you don't even have any challengers, because you're part of this team right here, right now. So nobody understands like, oh, Liz isn't Katie's coach, right? Or Megan isn't Nina's challenger. No, share the ish out of each other's transformations. Share the crap out of each other on hitting a big milestone, because people start paying attention. Oh, like this is kind of cool. This is bigger than just Nina. And if you haven't been to events yet, get yourself to Super Saturday, because I stock up my content from, y'all have probably seen pictures from way long ago. They're not recent, but I just stack them up over time and use them. The other thing is, guys, objections. If you're doing the 4 vitals like you should be, and I know a lot of you are getting back into it, that's okay. But I use my conversations as ways to talk on my posts and be super bold. Like the other day, gosh, what did I post this weekend? It was when people tell me Shakeology is too expensive, I'm going to go talk about, oh, it's so easy for me to spend $100 at Target this weekend. Like I bought this and that and it didn't even matter. Think about those objections that you're getting and start making a list of them. And then get in your message pods and say, hey guys, I have these objections and I really want to post to them. How can I go about this? Or talk to somebody on this team one-on-one, or talk to your coach one-on-one. Because if you can start addressing objections publicly in a way that is kind, but also real, right? Like here's a good one. I was talking about plugging into The Bachelor every single Monday night. I used to watch that show religiously. It was horrible. Like, you know, you get sucked in and it's not even that good, but you just keep watching and watching and watching. I was on season 14. So I specifically 2 years ago made these team calls on Monday night. So I stopped watching other people's lives and started changing mine. And look what happened. Some other people wanted to do that too, you know? So don't just think of it as like, oh, challenger objections. Think of it as coaching objections too. Because when you can start telling your story that way, it becomes a lot more easy and real and authentic. Yes, you have to be doing personal development to get these ideas. So true. Okay, in the hub, what people are posting in the hub outside of just our coaches, like talk about that. How many times have you seen a post of, I've been struggling and fell off my journey, right? How many challengers have said that in the hub in the past 2 weeks? And it could be you, and that's okay. That's what people feel right now, guys. And so you need to speak boldly about this community and what it has brought you, because people want to change, but they don't know how to right now. They don't have a community to plug into. So that's why it's so important for you to keep sharing the community that you're a part of. You know, when you get on a live workout, you better be taking a boomerang or a picture and sharing it. When you're on a team call right now, you better be taking a picture of all the faces on here. And all of you that don't have your faces on the screen, you better be taking that picture too and paying attention, because that is what builds energy. People want to be a part of something, guys. So show them it's possible to make it a part of your life. Okay, what are other people talking about? Think about the time of year it is. We're going into back to school if you have kids. We're going into football season. We're going into holidays. We're transitioning from summer to fall, vacation time. So those are the things you can integrate into what you talk about, and speak to who Nina felt like last year when she was going back to school as a crazy woman and she didn't have extra money sitting around, but now she has a way to build for her family. That's real, and that's a struggle and a pain point you can talk to. So think about where you're living at, what your struggles are, what are the things going well, and how can you extract stories and tips and value from those things. All right? So I wanted to make this interactive, and I wanted to ask you guys if you know what your top 5 is. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, you're going to make it right now. So if you've ever done a one-on-one with me, you've probably heard, like, what's your top 5? What are the 5 things that are unique to you in your season of life right now, so they can totally change, that have nothing to do with health and fitness? Because you need to remember how awesome you are outside of just being a coach. So I'll give you guys mine for an example, and I want you to write it in the chat here so we can all kind of learn a little bit more about each other as well. So mine are, you guys know, big football girl. It's right here. Sorry, not sorry. I love to travel, and I'm like the first person to book a flight somewhere. I grew up with a lot of allergies, asthma, being sick, and so that's something that is like a pain point. I am struggling with student loan debt, so that's another pain point that I am working on. And Lily Plitzer, you guys know that I always show up on that. So it has nothing to do with Shakeology, health and fitness, because we already know we're going to share about that stuff, right? But what are the 5 things? I want to see them in the comments, so y'all better be typing, that are you. And if you only can come up with 2 or 3, that's okay. That's the starting point. But what are the things? It can be where you live. It can be the teams you love. It could be the places you shop. It can be where you like to vacation. It can be, there's so many things. Like when you think of Megan, who is Megan? What does she love? What does she love to do? What does she love to see? What are the things that just excite you and bring you joy in your life? So y'all can keep typing. I know somebody's better be putting in there. Good. Katie and Liz put the same one first. So dog mom, travel, photography, Hokie football, travel, dry shampoo. I love it. So Liz, wife, mom, stepmom. All right, Jill, you got to make those 2 and 4 go together. Traveling, coffee. Perfect. Okay, love. So these are the things, and you better be writing them down like on a notepad or something, because these are the things that are going to have stories and characters and chapters continuously in what you share and what you post. And so when you don't know what to share, you go back to one of these 5 things and you find something in them that we can share. And so I'm going to go to the next thing. How do I create content, right? How do I come up with photos to share? How do I know what poses to do? And so I'm going to tell you the biggest secret I ever heard when I first started coaching. Stock up selfies and take a lot of them. Because we're busy. I don't have time to sit around and do a 20-minute photo shoot on a Monday morning when I should be going to work. It's happened before. I will say that and be honest. But let's just say it's a little bit more fun sometimes than going to design buildings. I don't know. But stock up selfies, whether that's you're going to the park this weekend and you're going to be outside, like Nina's outside in great lighting right now. She should be taking photos and just like taking a few and stocking them up. Yeah, seriously. Because you want natural light. So I'm sitting in front of a light right now, obviously, but nobody wants to see dark, grainy photos where you can barely see your face, guys. Like that's just sharing 101, right? So find good light, get outside, at least stand in front of a window when in doubt. If I don't have a selfie, that's what I do. But document when you do fun things, and you don't always have to be dressed up or put to the nines. Like, you should be totally real. You should share yourself in workout gear and just being lazy. But that really helped me. Like, today's photo from Instagram, I took like 3 months ago, but I didn't know what to share. I didn't have anything that I wanted to post, and I really didn't feel that cute. So guess what? I just took a photo from before, and nobody knows. So what? It's still my story and my journey, and it fit in with the message that I wanted to share. So the more you can take some photos and stack them up, the easier it's going to be. And that goes back to going to events as well. Like, lots of people in your pictures is awesome, because again, it shows you're part of a community. Different poses. So like, for example, if you guys were to go to my Instagram right now, and I will say, I'm still learning, okay? I'm not an expert. I don't get 500 likes on my photos, and I don't really care about that. What I care about is being myself and reaching the people I want to talk to. So what is the one thing you guys notice in my pictures? Do they all look the same? Do they have similar colors? Are they the same pose? Do they tell my story that I just told you? Energy, variety, yep. What else? So these are great. So basically, I like to use the things that I shared, right? So like, you guys see Lily, it's in here, right? You see sports, you see fitness, yes. You see my journey, you see my friends, you see my travel. Think about, when you're sharing the photos, what are the storyline it's going to tell? And it's not about being perfect, guys. Like, half these photos, I have sweaty hot hair and, whatever. But this is your billboard, whether you want to know that or not. And so you need to start treating it like a place where you live and love. Because if you don't get excited about it, nobody else is going to be excited, right? But if you have fun with it and you allow it to be something that is a part of your message and your story, and you just focus on doing it, right? Because done is better than perfect. Then it becomes more joyful. So you shouldn't be sharing Beachbody content. You guys know that by now, hopefully. You shouldn't be sharing pictures of trainers or Lift4 or Shakeology. Personally, all my content is my content. It is my photos. It is my videos on Insta stories. It should be unique to you. Why? Because anybody can go look up Autumn Calabrese, right? She ain't gonna sell your challenge packs, guys. People buy you, your story, your journey. So just be authentically you and have fun with it. That's the whole point of this message. And be bold. Just be bold. Don't be boring, right? Everybody's like, what do I post? Just do it, right? And see what works and see what doesn't work, and see what your audience likes and what your audience doesn't like. And it's constantly like tweaking and adjusting and seeing what works and putting stuff out there and see what people like. My favorite app for pictures in general is PicTapGo. Now, y'all may say differently, but I think it's easy, simple, and it saves my filters. So literally every picture I put up has the same filter on it to make it pop. Super duper simple. Yes, I can type it. If you have other apps that work for you, put them in the chat. But that's the one that I go to. I found it's the easiest and it works for me. Okay, the next thing is, where do I post? Are you guys like still with me? Still good? Is this helpful, hopefully? Or is it like totally? Okay, good. So you have to be a beginner. Like, you have to walk before you run. So if you're not consistently posting right now, do not spend an hour coming up with one post. Don't do it. Because guess what? One post doesn't build your business. Talking to people and reaching out and loving on them, that's what builds your business. But consistency in sharing your journey does too. So I don't take more than 5 to 10 minutes to post things. Okay, so if you need to put a timer on and that's all you get, that's all you get. Shut it off, put it up, and go to sleep. Because you don't need to be sitting there press and refresh, seeing who likes your posts. It doesn't build your business. But I post on Facebook and Instagram pretty much the same things. So for maybe you guys that are newer, start with one platform and run with it. Like just be super consistent AF on it. Just show up every day. I tend to post when people are on social media. So think about it. People work typically 8 to 5, 9 to 5, 9 to 6, something like that. So I'm either posting in the morning between 7 and 9. I'm either posting at lunchtime when people are taking a break and scrolling because they're bored, or I'm posting at night. Nighttime is usually the best time that I've found to post for my audience because people are sitting on their couch watching TV, maybe watching something their spouse wants to watch and they don't want to watch, so they're scrolling their phone. So that's a good time. Once a day is all you need to do. It doesn't need to be 2, 3, 5 times a day. Just straight Facebook and Instagram posts. Now, Insta Stories is a different thing, okay? But I just want you guys to get consistent with your posting. So if you're posting every day for the next week, cool. Then you can go do Insta Stories and learn how to do that too. But you need to be hitting Success Club and you need to be consistent on your Facebook and Instagram, whichever works for you. But I just think that we have to remember that what we put out is a reflection of what we want to build. So that goes to the ultimate last thing I have for you guys. What is the message that you're sending? And I want you to answer this seriously, okay? There's 2 options that maybe 3, but 2 options I wrote down. Are you, right now, a scroller? Are you only looking at coaches, Beachbody content, other people on this team? Are you only copying and pasting messages? Or are you a giver? Are you liking and commenting on things that you genuinely want to know more about? Are you searching your favorite places and looking for people you want to hang out with? Are you being a part of a community that is social on your page? And are you being a resource, providing value, giving tips, showing motivation, letting people be a part of your journey? It is easy to sit and do this, right? Everybody does that. But we aren't everybody, right? We have so much bigger dreams and potential, guys. Like, I don't think y'all understand how freaking amazing this community is. Yes, Beachbody. Yes, our hub. Yes, Glow Diggers. But scrolling is not going to build your dreams. That's what everybody else is doing, right? So be the person that shows up every day, even when it's tough. Because in 4 years, there's been a lot of tough days for me. But in 4 years, I never stop. And I know it's hard, right? There's sometimes it's real, real hard. But let's just make a pact today that no matter what we go through, let's just be givers. Because it feels so much better to be a giver, you know, especially in times where you're like, oh, this just really, really sucks. I promise you more joy, more beauty, more people come to you and want to know more about what you're doing when you are that giver, that resource, that person that is just always being positive. Yes, sharing struggles, right? But if you're only liking coaches, guess what you attract? More coaches. If you're only liking Beachbody content, guess what? All you attract is more Beachbody stuff. So be very aware of who you're interacting with and what you're sharing, because it matters, guys. Like, so I want you to self-evaluate. Open up your phone, and I want you to, because everybody on here has Instagram, right? We're good. Bring up your Instagram, and I want you to bring up your little page. And I want you to screenshot it to your message pod. And I want you to ask your message pod, hey guys, what are the 5 things you see in here about me? So don't tell them your 5, just share it in your message pod and say, hey guys, what are the 5 things you see about me? Because it's just a great way for you to start looking at what you're sharing so that you can adjust and tweak as you go day to day. So the 2 last things I'm going to share with you guys, and then we'll open up for questions, is, are you here to run the marathon or are you here to sprint? So it's the middle of the month, right? And you guys know that we are pushing for elite for the year. And it can happen next month if y'all want it to. Like, it's totally up to you guys. It's up to me. I still got to work too. But the marathon is just about, it's not doing all the things. It's not being the next social media star or blowing up your page with 30,000 followers. That's not the point of this. The point of it is to just start winning your day. You know, if that for you is just posting once a day, if that for you is just reaching out 5 people a day, do that thing and get really good at it. And then next week, add another layer on. But the road to elite, guys, it's being real, it's being kind, and it's being a giver. So go out and invite your heart out, guys, because your message matters. You guys have so much heart to give. And I know, like, if get on a one-on-one with your coach and start pulling these stories out of yourself. Liz knows when we go to retreats with our team, people will start like talking about their story, and I'll be like, that's a post, that's a post, that's a post. And they all hate me. Like, you guys will see when you spend time with me, because that's how my brain thinks. I've trained it so much to pull stories out of myself that it becomes a natural love of mine to go talk to that one person. So I hope that you guys got some insight out of this call. Hopefully it was helpful. I'd love to open up and see if anybody else has any questions or comments. I know that I wanted to kind of keep it short tonight because we got work to do, right? What do y'all think? Anything? Man, well, I'm going to take my selfie when you guys are just sitting there. All right, well, I don't want to keep you guys, but I will tell you, next week we're going to do a live power hour on the team call because I know you guys love that so much. But I'm going to challenge you. Share your heart tonight. Go out and be meaningful with it. This is a shorter call, and I want it to be that way so that you guys can really take the time to connect with the people that you want to work with. And then the week after, we have a really, really bomb guest speaker. So let's finish August strong. Like, let's have 10 coaches on the Success Club board, guys. Why not? It doesn't matter what's happened these last 2 weeks. What matters is how we finish the month and how we run the marathon. And I'm so, so proud of you guys. We're going into week 4, a 4-star qual right now. So we got 2 more weeks for that. And I have no doubt we're going to be popping some new diamonds real soon on top of that. So make yourself proud. Does Danielle want to say something? I feel like, okay. She was just smiling for the photo. Thank you guys for being here, and go share your hearts out. All right. Have a great week, guys.